Fuck, bitch.
Okay, Evan, I don't know if that got into the recording, but this is yet another insightful, heartwarming episode. You'll laugh, you'll cry, you'll lose 20 pounds of Fanfiction Corner.
Yep.
We enjoy the forgotten medium of fanfiction dot is it com or net? It's
.net.
fanfiction.net. Okay,
You'll
yeah.
have about 5 years shaved off your life. We'll just say that.
Yeah.
Disclaimer.
You'll laugh, you'll cry, you might die, but just
It rhymes, so it must be true.
yeah, exactly. If it rhymes, it has to be true. Such as Evan, more like he's like 7 years old because Evan is with me right now, and of course this is Harry Potter becomes a communist, chapter 7. Wow.
No, it's
Wait,
okay.
wait, am I fucking retarded? Excuse
Yeah.
me, I meant Harry Potter becomes a communist, part 3, and we are on chapter 10, which I shall start up in a minute. But Evan, is there anything you want to say before we start?
I'm eating jelly beans.
Okay. Okay, so chapter 10. Harry makes a statement for the people.
Happy Easter. Okay.
Okay, oops, it's late. Oops. We're currently recording this on March 31st. It is that's what they want you to think. Today is the real Easter. Today is when Jesus rose from the dead. Not like when was Easter?
Sunday.
Okay. Oh yeah. Okay. Fuck it. Anyway, let's get started.
Okay. Also, many people have been planning about there being too much swearing. I've resisted doing anything because I don't want to do my anger at the Borgswat establishment. However, now that someone has said it makes it hard to read, I've decided that it's worth to tone it down a little in order to get more people to read and join the revolution. Workers of the world, unite.
You're the narrator.
In case you guys think that I'm retarded.
I mean, you are, but...
Oh yeah, I'm reading it phonetically based on his spelling. Bourgeois is spelled Borgsaw. Borgsaw.
Borf. Anyway.
Nothing happened. Perhaps I was asking too much of them. After all, I'd only been spreading communist thought for 2 days. Perhaps it was foolish of me to expect the proletariat to rise up in revolution so quickly.
This behavior is totally unacceptable at Hogwarts,
said racist Professor McGonagall, reinforcing the bourgeois status quo of the establishment.
20 points from Gryffindor!
My blood boiled in anger. I knew it wasn't the students' fault that they weren't rising up. I knew they were just too deep in their false consciousness to fully comprehend why Dumbledore was their real enemy. I tried to think of some way I could eloquently bring them to recognize the instruments of their own exploitation, but came up empty. I was just asking for too much too soon. The revolution wasn't happening then, but that didn't mean I had to walk back to my seat and defeat. I can still bring it one step closer. Oh God.
Uh-oh.
I just needed to do something that the masses would remember. Oh God. The Holocaust Part 2.
Oh, Jesus.
They would talk about later.
History repeats itself.
At first, they would be shocked. They would disapprove of one of their own using violence against the bourgeois master class. After all, that was how they had been conditioned to think. But as I talked about it, they would ask themselves why I did it, and why they would start to realize that my actions were truly for them, and then they would start finally waking up.
You can't shut down the voice of the fucking people!
I yelled as I turned to face Dumbledore, and I pointed my wand at him and yelled.
Okay, shit, I need to get a wand. Okay, I'm just gonna use a pencil. That's my magic wand. Stupefy!
Hold up. I actually have a Harry Potter wand.
Jesus Christ, Evan.
Yeah, find it.
I remember how they had I'm like at like Universal Studios and shit. They have like a bunch of wands, and a bunch of them just look like old wrinkly dicks.
Yeah, pretty much what they all are, pretty much.
Yeah, they're just like like I don't know.
I gotta find it. Hold up.
Okay, no, Evan.
Entertain the audience.
So
If we have one.
So, I'm going to read some notes from the advertiser. Are you tired of all those kids getting on your lawn? Probably. Well, if you are, then you should buy Old Man deodorant. It's the freshest.
So fresh and so clean.
Yep.
I found it.
Okay. But
There you go.
I have the magic wand, so I yell out, Stupefy!
Ah! Everyone gasped. Dumbledore easily deflected the spell, but that didn't matter. The point hadn't been to hit him, but to make a statement, and that I had done. I turned and walked back to my seat in triumph.
Chapter 11: The Lies of the Liberals!
Goddamn liberals.
Liberals.
No!
Evan. You gotta
What?
do the author's note.
I know. Yes, Jazzy 12. It's all a joke. No! The big fat corporations suck all of the resources away from the starving worldwide proletariat. It's also fucking hilarious, isn't it?
Detention for 1 month, Potter!
Yelled McGonagall using racially oppressive language. I ignored her extreme racist rank as I sat back in my seat.
You're
I hope
Hermione.
this teaches you a lesson, said Hermione elitistly. Stirring up trouble has never fixed anything. We need evolution, not revolution.
Yeah, because Comrade Lennon doesn't fix anything when he was stirring up trouble. I made a little air
snapped
quote. I made little
sarcastically.
air
What?
quotes there, but then I realized that this is audio.
Hmm?
I made little air quotes there, and then I realized this is all audio, so I just look like a fucking idiot.
You fool. I'm using my wand right now.
Hermione. Jesus.
Oh. What did that? Well, he did it, replied Hermione in a naggy voice. The Soviet Union was the evil empire. I know it's true because Reagan said so. And he couldn't have been a tool of the capitalistic system. Why don't you forget about your communism and be a liberal like me? We're the ones who truly care about the people.
If only you liberals could hear yourselves.
I said angrily.
You say you care about the workers, and yet you always side with the fucking bourgeois. Jesus. The liberals are not fighting the capitalist system of imperialistic corporate exploitation. They're part of it.
Ah! There's no need to rebel against the system, said Hermione in a bourgeois intelligence voice. I'm sure it's fine, and all our votes really count. We just need to improve it a bit with some internal reforms and no scary violence. Scary!
Evan, that's
I was
still
so
you.
mad at Hermione. She had totally bought into the bourgeois lie of democracy. Democracy is a lie. Fascism is the way. Whether politicians called themselves liberal or conservative, they maintained the corporate exploitation of the proletariat just the same. We had no real choice. What we needed was the dictatorship of the fucking proletariat.
Chapter 12. Harry goes to detention. For the people.
Oh no! I have only bad flavored jelly beans left.
Oh, that's always the worst.
So I'm eating green and black.
Oh, that's awful. Anyway.
Press F to pay respects in the comments, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank
you for your support, Comrade Archfear. However, I must disagree with you about Stalin. He never killed anyone. He didn't do nothing. Have you read Khrushchev?
Evan, are you
How to
okay?
pronounce that? By Grover Firth. He didn't do nothing.
Okay.
As I walked up the stairs to the upstairs office, I have autism.
It's
I'm
okay.
trying to eat jelly beans. Hold up.
Okay, while also doing the narration's the most important part of the story.
My wand is sticking to a magnet on my desk. I don't know if that's a good sign.
We should just do a normal podcast where we just talk about various shit.
And we're talking about this in the middle.
Yeah, we're talking about the middle while we're trying to share people the joys of fanfiction. Let's keep going.
Okay. I'm done with my jelly beans now. Well, not all of them. As I walked up the stairs to the office to the upstairs office of the defense against the dark arts teacher. I thought it was ridiculous hypocrisy. It was that Professor Pepsi was supposedly teaching us defense against the dark arts when he himself practiced capitalism, the darkest art of all. Such were the inherent contradictions of the bourgeois capitalistic system of exploiting the working proletariat class.
Welcome me to your detention, you dirty red scum.
Laughed Professor Pepsi in the voice of corporate greed.
You're going to be writing lines with this quill.
I gasped. He was holding up the blood quill which Professor Umbridge had made me use. I knew I shouldn't have been so shocked, of course. After all, I knew fully well the capitalist class would have anything to maintain its fucking power. I guess I just had thought that he was going to have to try a little harder to hide his face, the true face of capitalism.
You're going to be writing democracy is good, because that's the lesson your city commies need to learn the most. Oh. Oh.
He said in an evil voice.
You damn Reds say you care about the will of the people, and yet you want to take away all our freedoms and put in some dictator. What a crock. You fucking liar!
I yelled at him.
As you well know, democracy is nothing but a bourgeois lie, and a dangerous one at that. It makes the proletariat think they can change their government when they can't. The candidates are always picked and chosen by the capitalists willing to fund their campaigns, and once they're elected, the politicians are then controlled by corporate lobbyists and special interests. But all the working class ever knows is that they got to vote, and therefore they must have had a say. Even if it occurs to them that both candidates were pro-capitalist shills, they'd have no idea what to do about it. Oh, you silly boy,
laughed Professor Pepsi.
Democracy may have its problems, but as the great Winston Churchill once said, democracy is the worst form of government except for all the others. Yeah, we should listen to the words of a fucking racist colonialist like Churchill.
I laughed sarcastically.
How about we listen to the words of some men who actually cared about the people, like Comrade Lenin or Chairman Mao?
Chairman Mao. Professor Pepsi seethed. I could tell he had run out of arguments, but he wasn't going to let me win. He was a teacher and a capitalist, so there was no way he would let me, a student and a proletarian, appear to have bested him. That would be a threat to his bourgeois power, and if faulty arguments weren't going to work, he would have to use force. Shut up, little boy, he yelled at me. You know nothing about how the real world works. Start writing now. I began to write the lie which Professor Pepsi had instructed me to. He had Anne's smug smile on his elitist face, thinking he had beaten me into submission for good. But he would be singing a different tune when the People's Revolution of the fucking proletariat came back. Chapter 13: Awakening the Proletariat. Oh god, this is a long one. Oh boy. Yeah, this is okay. We can do this. Author's note: if you are thinking about leaving a review and didn't that means I don't know what he's trying to say here. And didn't that means the capitalists win. Don't let them imprison you in false consciousness, comrades. Are there comments on these? Yeah, there are like reviews. You have to look at like the top 927 reviews. Oh god. Anyway, just keep going. Okay, we're not gonna read them. Maybe that may be a day, something for another day. Okay, let's keep going though. As I walked into the Gryffindor common room that night, I saw that my actions in the Great Hall had worked. Everyone was looking at me, including some very attractive girls. But I only cared that I had lit the spark of revolution in the people. I could tell many of them were still confused about what I had done, and were looking to see what I would do next. To our proletarian deep in false consciousness, my actions must have been completely incomprehensible and unpredictable. It was a joy beyond anything to see them starting to wake up and know that I had done. I felt like a father seeing his infant child take his or her first steps. I walked into the center of the room. Comrades! I bellowed. I have gone to detention for you.
I have suffered on your behalf and will continue to for the rest of this month. Now you must see that it is I, not Dumbledore, who truly stands for the interests of you, the people.
What am I supposed to be writing? I call Jenny. I call Jenny.
Okay. Oh no, you're Hermione. You're Hermione.
God damn it!
Don't listen to him," said Hermione.
And Hermione, who's doing her bourgeois homework. How bourgeois of her.
How bourgeois.
Communism is a bad idea, which always fails. I also like to point out this pretty much exact sentence was said by a certain kid at our school who thinks that presidential candidate Bernie Sanders is a communist.
Who shall not be named, we add.
But if you go to school with us, you know who we're talking about.
Let's be honest. There's if you're watching this, you go to school with us. Maybe one or two exceptions.
Okay.
All right, let's go.
It may look like Harry's heroically suffering for you, but he's actually just doing crazy things for no particular reason. I know this is true because there's nothing inherent in the system that would make people want to rebel.
You're Ginny, right?
Yes, I am.
All right, let's do this.
I'm trying to. That's Hermione, pretty much.
Yeah, that's basically Hermione, just more high pitched. How about we do like a super deep voice for Ginny?
I'll just give her Macho Man.
Oh, yeah. You want me to do it then?
Okay, fine.
What's this communism thing you're always talking about?
Asked Jenny in a cutely innocent voice.
It's all very confusing to me. Oh, yeah.
Just very appealing in that girl next doorway. But I had more important things to think about than the adorable freckles and medium-large boobs on Ron's little sister.
Oh, yeah. You're still going. You're still going to keep it together.
It was then that I realized that I had not even explained what communism was to the majority of students. No wonder they hadn't rigged it up in a socialist revolution. Of course.
Communism is, in short, the abolition of private property.
I explained wisely.
Instead of everything being owned by the fucking 1%, the entire community owns everything together.
I'm trying to read. You mean it's owned by the state? Lied Hermione smugly. No, not terrified of living in your petite bourgeois status.
The state is the people, you fascist liar!
I yelled at her nag face.
It's much better than our current capitalist system where the state is only 1% of the people. So if everyone owns everything in common, said Ron, does that mean I can just take other people's things since their things would also belong to me? It doesn't work that way, Ron.
I explained in a socialist voice.
There's a difference between private property and personal property. Under communism, the community gives everyone what they need, but not anything more. Everything is fair that way. As Marx himself said, from each according to his ability to each according to his need. Who's Parvati?
You can do it. You don't know who she is?
No. Whoa, that sounds like a great system.
Exclaimed Batman.
Why isn't our country run that way?
A very average teen boy. To be overwhelmed by a girl as exotically glamorous as
I don't even
Batman,
know who Parvati is. I'm looking her up.
Paying attention to him, but I had hardly noticed her shapely feminine body, as I was concerned with a greater cause as than delicious sex with her.
I'm looking her up. I don't even know who this chick is.
I don't know.
Who the fuck is this chick? Shit, I'm sorry. Because the fucking capitalists don't want it that way.
I replied with a hollow laugh.
They love their bourgeois money more than anything in the world, so why shouldn't they love a system where they get to exploit 99% of the people for even more money? They use their complete control over fucking Western media to brainwash us all into thinking that we have high standards of living and communists are evil madmen who hate freedom. Of course, they mean freedom for the bourgeois to exploit the proletariat. The only way to put a stop to it is for the working class to recognize the instruments of its exploitation and rise up in socialist revolution.
And we're done.
We are almost 20 minutes into this. A reminder that we're sponsored by Old Person Deodorant, who gave us a total of 3 cents. So be sure to buy their things. And
Old Man in a Can.
Old Man in a Can for when you don't.
For when Young Man in a Can just ain't good enough.
Exactly. Goodbye.
Goodbye.